What's up, y'all? Hey, Kimberly. Hey, Torrance. It's been a minute. OMG. But I had to come on here and talk about this episode, y'all. We had to talk about this. This is a rant or discussion. Or for a rant. This is more of a discussion. I did my rant already. You could watch that. I wanna see what y'all talking about. I haven't really had a chance to read too many of the comments, so I love to see where y'all are at with this show. Hey Juvie, hey Josie. But if I go on a rant, I go on a rant anyway. Like I'm gonna do that anyway. It depends on like what we talking about, but I want to see what y'all talking about. I haven't heard from y'all in a couple of weeks, so I got to see what y'all saying. Hey Rachel. Y'all, I'm gonna give it a few minutes for people to come on in. I don't know if YouTube has sent out their alerts or whatever, but I want to discuss what's going on. Finally, we got an elimination from this show that we was looking for. You know what I'm saying? Um, you know, I just yeah, it's not looking good for these couples. It's not looking good. Married at First Sight that hasn't been doing a good job of matching people ever since I would say the season with Woody and Amani. And speaking of Woody and Amani, congratulations, Woody and Amani. Oh my goodness, they are pregnant. I feel like I'm an auntie or a godmama or something like that. Like we literally watched their relationship from the beginning. Let me see if I can pull that picture up real quick because I was just so happy for them. Let me see if I can pull that up, y'all. It was just so cute. They are so cute. I mean, we were all rooting for them. Here we go. Let's see. So cute. Oh my goodness. These pictures were so cute to me. Like, I love how artistic both of them are when it comes to like fashion and stuff. Oh my goodness. I'm so happy for them, y'all. I just can't even tell you. I can't tell you how happy I am for them. They seem to have such a healthy, beautiful relationship. Like from the beginning, it was just like so cute. I can't believe they're having a baby. And it's crazy because I remember right before this, everybody was commenting on Amani's weight and telling her, "Oh, you just look so skinny." And they were just telling them, she was telling them to get off her back. And now look, she had a whole bundle of joy. Yeah, oh, I would love for them to host. Oh my goodness, I would love for them to host. Love it. So cute, y'all. So cute. Anyway, I just thought that their announcement was cute too. How you gonna go live during my family game time? I haven't seen you. I know, right? It's been a minute, but I'm back. I'm back. I haven't had time to go live lately. All right, you guys. Um, it ain't never gonna be that good again. I know, right? Whatever they did that season, go back to that formula. Well, I don't know, because the only two couples we have left on that season is Woody and Amani and Miles and Karen. So I don't know, but they I feel like that season was just a really good season, regardless. One of the last good ones. I appreciated how they waited to have children and took the time to spend it together. If married for a lifetime, there's no need to rush like some did. I agree. I agree. I feel like they have a healthy communication with each other. Like, I mean, they just that connection is unmatched. Like some people who have been in relationships for years don't have that kind of connection. And they thought Woody was gonna be okay. I thought Woody was gonna be a mess. I thought he was gonna be. I remember when he first came on the show, I really thought Woody was gonna be like Nate. That was he was on like one of the beginning seasons. Nate that was married to Sheila, he acted like he was all in his marriage too, but ended up cheating on her. So I really thought he was gonna be a player like that, but completely wrong. And I'm so happy to be wrong. I'm happy to be wrong in situations like that. But anyway, you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get started on these couples because I don't want to be on here too long. But shout out to everybody that's in the room. Make sure you like the video. We're gonna go ahead and get started with Noy and Steve. My grandmother still thinks Steve is black for some reason. I keep telling her no, he is Asian and white. She cracks me up every time she refers to him as black. But y'all, what do y'all think about them? Like, she gives me very childish. She just gives me very childish with the not willing to compromise or not even willing to have a conversation thing. Like, I just I just don't get why does the dog have to sleep in the bed? Like, can the dog, like, he gave good suggestions on how he could compromise. Like, just the fact that she wasn't willing to budge on that, the fact that she wasn't willing to budge on the children, and then when he wants to do something that he likes, oh, we can't do that either. It's like, girl, you're gonna have to compromise somewhere. And then on the preview, she putting on social media talking about their relationship not gonna work. It's like, girl, you being childish for real. How old is Noy? How old is she? What's up, new beauty? I think Steve is a no. I do too. I think Steve is a very even tempered, even keeled, chill type of person. So I don't think he would ever like go off or anything like that. But she pushing his boundaries for real. She 34? See, I don't know why I thought she was in her like mid to late 20s. But yeah, girl, you gonna have to grow up. I don't know anybody that is going to just let you run the entire relationship and you actually be happy. Old enough to know better. A lot of people who go on the show need to grow up. True. I totally agree. Yes. Steve might be the best catch. The only thing with Steve is, we need some of that solid employment. But the thing is, Steve has a degree in something that can make a decent amount of money. So that's why I try not to go too hard on Steve. But I still have to bring that up because if you want to have a family, you need a steady stream of income, right? Noy was so unrealistic this episode, her saying she never even considered having issues conceiving. Yeah, like, come on now, come on. That is something that you have to consider. I'm so glad Pastor Cal brought that up because we have these romanticized, idealistic views of relationships and what we think marriage will be, what we think our family life will look like. And then life hits because, by this point in your life, you should realize that too. You know what I'm saying? Like, um, everything doesn't go the way you thought it would. Like when we're in our teenage years and in our early 20s, we think life is going to be totally different than what it turns out to be. You know what I'm saying? There's some things we just don't have control over. And for her to just be like, "No, 3 kids, that's it." It's like, "Girl, bye." I just couldn't believe she just wouldn't even have the conversation. Yeah, she made me mad with that dog too, cause y'all already know. Y'all know Pinky ain't much of a animal person, period. And so We gonna have to compromise on that, honey, because the dog is definitely not sleeping up near the pillows, let alone in the bed alone. Like my compromise, my maybe you could have like the little end bench, the bench on the end of the bed. The dog could sleep on that, but that's a big maybe. So she would have really been mad at me. He who makes the most money runs the show. This could either drive him away or drive him to a job. Right. I don't understand why anyone with rigid views of marriage and life in general. Thank you. Why are you going on Married at First Sight? It's the same thing as someone who is shallow about looks, doesn't want to compromise on looks. Why are you going on a show where someone else is picking your husband? Like regardless of what you ask for, they can't give you 100% of what you want anyway. So if you're not willing to compromise on some things, why are you here? I'm with Grandma Steve, just real light skin. No, he definitely, if you cut off all his hair, he could be a little ambiguous, but I don't know. Noy is annoying, unwavering with the 3 children. Girl, you have no funds. Right. And then she is so concerned about, having being financially stable and all that. Like that should be a concern for you when having 3 children. Children are not cheap. So you should have as many as you can afford, not as many as you want. Everyone gets old, but not everyone matures. That's so true. That's so true. The older I get, the the truer that becomes, the more I see how true that is. For real, for real. All right. Blocked. She wanted her a white cane. I'm out of here. Steve is Cuban a little. Y'all keep y'all keep putting all these different ethnicities and races on this man. They need some group counseling before the wedding day. All the guys with the experts discussing why their previous relationships failed and the girls doing the same. I think that's actually a really good idea. Plus, she may not even be able to have children. Right. Noy got a whole man in a tiny bed in the. That's what I was thinking. Like that bed, y'all already squished up in that bed. He barely have any foot room at the end of the bed, and you want to put a dog up on the pillow? No. Steve's mom is white and his dad is Asian. All right, y'all, let's move on. That's enough of them. I feel like their drama really gonna hit next episode. Now let's get into let's get into Elijah and Katina. I do agree he needs to be honest about that dog. Cause I feel like he's not speaking up. You need to speak up, Steve. Speak up. He too go with the flow. These apartments must only have 1 bedroom because they were probably expensive. Yeah, everybody kept telling me that the cost of living in Boston is really high. So that's why I tried to give them a pass on their apartments. What's up, Tyronda? When I saw the apartments, I thought the rent must be high. I'm high key tired of my wife needs to be a 50s housewife. Oh my God. Olajuwon, if we're gonna do the 50s, If we're gonna go by 50s traditional housewife, we need a 50s traditional husband bringing in all the bacon. Okay? Cuz men, they always talk about, "Oh, I'm a high value man. Oh, I want a wife to do this and this and that." But then they don't want to take on the role that a man took on during that time. Sole provider. And who's to say Katina wants to do that? Like, Katina is going along with it. So, I mean, she's going along with it, right? But who's to say she wants to do that? You didn't even ask. Steve seems like the type to stew in his anger, then blow up. Child, we gonna see. Olajuwon needs a mentor. He's willing to learn and grow, but he real rough around the edge. It seemed like he didn't really have the best male figures in his life growing up, because judging by his brother and them, his brother seemed like he very similar. Them, them white lady curtains gotta go. What is O bringing to the table? Exactly. They should talk to their family and friends too before matching people. They'd be revealing a lot that would be helpful, right? But they ain't gonna do that. They trying to have this drama. These couples don't know the meaning of compromise, right? What is Olajuwon's profession? Dang, I wrote it down, but I think I deleted my notes already. Dang, I wrote it down. Does anybody know? She's going along with it for now. Right. I want to be a housewife, but I'm gonna need all my future husband to pay. Thank you. If we're gonna split bills, we gotta split household chores too. I'm working just like you are, sir. Katina is gonna lose her voice if she don't speak up. I agree. I think she needs to put her foot down on some stuff. She is being passive. She being passive. I think she wants this to work so bad, and I think she's very attracted to him, and she's buying into his fantasy, that she's overlooking the red flags. Katina is the type to go along with the things until she gets annoyed. I definitely think she's gonna blow up on him. Oh shit. I think she gonna speak up, but it ain't gonna come out in a nice way. But that's because it's gonna be like a volcano. She's gonna let all of it be brewing the same way someone else says Steve is doing. I think he does something with waste. I think it said municipal wastewater operator. I think that's what it was. He works with the state, but not sure exactly what he does. Whoever gets home first cooks the meal. Love you, Alexis. Thank you so much for your prayers, love. Think Katina sees how he likes to be affirmed, so she doesn't address stuff on camera. Okay, I hope that's what she's doing. I hope she's telling him off camera, because I get the United Front thing, but girl, with Pastor Cal, that's the time to speak up. Not to mention, I just hate the idea that men on the whole can just opt out of housework. Thank you. So I'm just gonna be cleaning up after you. You could part you we gonna clean up on Saturdays, honey. Get your life. Be like my parents and change days on when to cook and alternate. Exactly. Right. I mean, and honestly, if you bringing in the bulk of the money, I don't mind doing the bulk of the cooking. I don't. But you still don't have to participate in this household. I just don't understand. It also depends on what y'all agree to do. right? It depends on what y'all agree on. Maybe Katina really doesn't mind. Maybe she really did want to learn how to cook. I don't know. But it just depends on what you agree on as a couple. We need a Love is Blind live. I might do one once the show is all said and done. Because I just know I haven't finished all the episodes and I know people gonna spoil it. So I'm gonna wait till I finish the whole everything. Someone says he flips houses on the side too. Maybe that's how he got the house he has now. Because it seems like an older house that, he fixed up. Child, them cabinets, them cabinets gotta go. Child. That whole kitchen in itself was dated. So I don't blame Katina for wanting to switch out some stuff in that kitchen if he owns the place, or maybe they could just find somewhere new if they stay together. But I would want a updated place myself. Yeah, it's a different story if she doesn't mind, but demanding a meal, yeah, that's where it's annoying. Olajuwon is not cooking or cleaning, talking about he makes breakfast, probably makes Katina a bowl of cereal. Exactly. I haven't seen the preview. I haven't seen the preview yet. That whole kitchen needs a remodel. Exactly. It wasn't just, she was just being nice about the curtains. The whole kitchen in itself was dated. It really was. But if they stay together, I keep saying if they're still together, because I don't know, child. But if they stay together, they'll work it out. She'll get what she want in the long run. I'm sure. But I'm gonna go ahead and move on, you guys. Let's get into Lord. Oh Lord. I don't know what to say about these two. He needs a constant cheerleader. Oh my goodness, yes, he needs constant validation. Good grief. Do you like this? Do you like this? Do you like this? Oh. Give her a chance to say it herself. Begging for compliments. This picture. I wonder when they took these pictures, because if Loki feels like they took them after everything has been said and done, because the chemistry is not there at all. I don't know, child. I'm not seeing it for them anymore. Like, I thought possibly it could be just crazy enough to work between these two, but mm-mm. I can't with Lindsay. Mark ain't no picnic either. Yeah, neither one of them, I think, needs to be married to anybody. Poor Mark, he applied twice. I like Mark need to learn how to stand up for himself. Was the chemistry ever present? It seemed like it on the honeymoon. Well, for a little brief period on the honeymoon, they seemed like they had a little bit of, some. They both annoying. I agree. Lindsay is team too much. Lindsay wears me out. I can't imagine living with her. Lindsay is exactly. It's just so much all the time. Like, no doubt, I think Mark has his ways, but I doubt anybody would put up with the way Lindsay is handling the situation. You know, she got that takeover spirit. She want to come in and she want everything done her way. That gets annoying. Like, when she even went into the new apartment, she was like, "Okay, I got these water bottles. We gonna drink water this way." It's like, girl, everything don't have to be your way. Lindsay was growing on me until that convo with Pastor Cal. She was so extra. I know, like, girl, she would bear. She everything is her way or the highway. She got that Karen. I'm sorry. She got that Karen spirit. Everything got to be her way. And then she'll do something and play the victim in a minute. Goodness. How is Mark taking care of both of his mother and grandmother and not have a voice? I don't know. I think Mark literally gets ran over in his life. That's the way it comes off. Like, he ain't got no boundaries with any of the women in his life. I doubt he has any boundaries with his mother, the way his mother was talking to him on the phone before his wedding. Like, Mark just gives me a run over, people pleaser T. And he gonna have to stand up for himself. He too old. Stand up. Stand up. He never confronts it. Yes, he never really confronts what's happening. I think we saw the real Mark when he handled the first incident. Now he's just tired and stressed. I could agree. He does have a lot of stress on him. So I'm going to give him a little bit of grace because he does, dealing with not only his mother, but his grandmother as well, being a caregiver, whether he's like financially taking care of that or, maybe part-time taking care of his, parents. That is a lot of stress. I'm speaking from experience, okay? So let me give him a little bit of grace on that. I feel like Lindsay should be giving him a little bit of grace as well. Maybe she doesn't understand what's going on fully, but constantly being in combat with this man, that's too much. That's too much. She doing too much. Mark stays looking shell shocked. I know he does look like a deer in headlights. 24/7. Oh, poor Mark. I feel bad now. But I still think he needs to put his foot down and stop letting her run everything. Lindsay isn't even trying to be his piece. Thank you. When he comes home from dealing with all that, we don't need you at the counter hollering and screaming and fussing and arguing and poking and prodding. Maybe he needs a minute of peace when he gets home. Let him get a minute to think and take it all in. Just, maybe sit with him on the couch and y'all just chill and relax for a minute. Everything don't have to be catered to you every single second. Mark should have left with Chris. It's not going to get any better. Mark gets on house party and spill. You know what? He do get on the after party and spill all the tea. He sure do. Like, he said that okay, so according to Lindsay, that day that they had that big blow up where he said he wanted to take it slow, she said that they had been intimate multiple times that day up until that point. Mark said they had only been intimate a couple of times, and one time she was trying to come on to him and he didn't want to do it. So I don't know why he revealed that. But that showed what he said. After party, y'all, after party, if you're not watching after party is good. After party is good. It's way better than unfiltered. Unfiltered, I don't know what that crap was. After party is the real after party. You really, all some of it is fluff, but some of it be the real tea. I love Keisha as the host because she get down to the nitty gritty. She asks the questions we really want to know. Okay, and people be running their mouth too. Some people be trying to save face, but if you see Lindsay, if you see Mark, if you see Elijah, shoot, if you see Katina, because you could get a call from Elijah, be that real tea. She sees that he's stressed and then seems to want to lessen the stress. I know I definitely need a moment to de-stress when I get home. Let me tell you something. When I get home, let me marinate let me marinate for a second. I need some time to, like you said, de-stress. I don't need a loud mouth as soon as I get home. After party is so good. Keisha Knight Pulliam came in and took that lady's job. She did a good job though. I'm sorry. Jamie used to get on my nerves because she used to tiptoe too much. And maybe because of like her season, how she used to act on her season, she really couldn't hold people's feet to the fire. But Keisha don't mind asking the hard questions. After party is only 30 minutes and I get more out of it than a 3 hour show. Right. Woo! After party actually adds a lot of context. Yes, like you know what I don't understand, how a 3 hour television show can't give us everything we need. Well, 2 hour television show can't give us all the context. Why does after party come in and really fill in the blanks of what happened? My only complaint about after party is they need bigger chairs. They look so uncomfortable. If they got more comfortable, there would be even more tea. Oh, let me go ahead and move on, y'all. Y'all, this has to be my biggest disappointment. Besides the last couple we talk about, this has to be the most disappointed I've been in this season. I cannot believe this. I cannot believe we were rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. How dare you? Learn something from this. What's wrong with you, Michael? Girl, I have a I mm-mm. What? Baby, they both get on my nerves. What? So tell me, okay, why? Because I know why Michael does. I knew Michael and Jasmine wasn't gonna work because I think both of them lied a little. Okay, now Jasmine lied, talking about she needed to go back to the apartment to work on that dog with the doggy daycare. I will admit she lied about that. But if you think about it, this is so similar to Mika and Michael that season. It's eerie because on that honeymoon, the same thing it happened at the honeymoon. Like she was completely turned off by however he acted off camera, turned her all the way off. Because yeah, they had that little argument and she was already kind of iffy about him, but whatever he did off camera, however he acts off camera, turned her all the way off. And from that point on, him lying, I feel like that just marked that put the nail in the coffin. And I can't even say I blame her. Can you blame her after being lied to? And you getting caught up in your lie like that? These two seem like oil and water. Another line, Michael, child. Another line, Michael. I'm so hurt. This couple is pretty much a wrap. I agree. But I will take Mike off Jasmine's hands. He needs to stop lying. I don't need no liar now. I'm sorry. I seen people hating on Jasmine. I don't know why. I don't know why either, y'all. Y'all probably would not like me either because I wouldn't even. I'm telling you, y'all wouldn't like me either because I would have went off on Michael. The way she actually was she handled it very nicely in the moment because I would have went off and I would have went and talked to both of the roommates. We would I would have had to ask both of the roommates, hold up, we need to have a conversation because you completely lying like this. I need to know your relationship with the roommates now. Cause why you lying about it? Yeah, I don't like either of them. Jasmina feels about Michael what Alyssa feels about Chris. You think so? I think she was open to it before the sisters said what they said, and that's when it started going downhill. I don't think she really gave him a chance, but he showed his true colors anyway. So maybe she had discernment. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, y'all. Like if she wasn't fully giving it a chance, maybe it just wasn't. Maybe she was feeling the lion spirit on him. Her feelings are validated. Exactly. The only thing I could say is maybe he meant that he never lived with the woman he dated. Uh-uh. Uh-uh. How you gonna lie about something that matters? See, the thing is, she has a male roommate. I could have, y'all, I could have went along with that, but she has a male roommate. She brought it up at the wedding. She said, I have a male roommate I'm close to at the wedding. She was honest and upfront at the wedding. He should have said it right then and there. The second time when they moved into the apartment, she said, I have a male roommate. Have you ever lived with a woman? That was his chance. It was a perfect setup. So for you to lie at that point, I'm sorry, you just a liar. And he thought he wasn't gonna get caught. He's a deceiver. And then on top of that, that made me think, with the way you recall things, you recalled that situation wrong when you thought Jasmine cut you off. You recalled that wrong. How do I know? Either you're not recalling it wrong or lying about you hollering and screaming. Because for some reason, I just feel like he did it. I'm sorry. I feel like he was being aggressive and I feel like he was hollering and screaming. I really believe that. I believe it. I believe it. Because why do you act a certain way off camera and you so calm, cool, and collected on camera? He lied via omission. That's still lying. That's still lying. Exactly. He said he never will live with a woman, period. Exactly. Yes. Yes. He do like Franklin's girl. Caitlin. Stop. Stop it. Oh my goodness. The more I look at him, the more he do. Stop. I was trying to be serious. Now, let me say this. Yes, he did not take accountability. He did not take accountability either. That's what I didn't like about it, y'all. He didn't take accountability. I can't forgive until you take responsibility for what you did. Nothing has happened that warranted screaming. Exactly. And I'm sorry, y'all. That would have turned me off. I cannot stand a man hollering at me. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it, especially over no reason. Now, if I'm hollering, I can understand why you hollering back. I get it. But I just don't like it when a man escalates and hollers when it's unnecessary. That turns me all the way off. I don't like that. Cuz I'm going to shut down. So I can relate to not when she did that confessional by herself and she was like she was done, I could relate to that because I would be done too. I don't like when people holler at me. The producers set him up good. They knew he had female roommates and they knew he lied about them, just like they knew about Chris's teeth. But I'm glad they set him up. I'm glad they set him up. And you best believe I would have went and knocked on that door. Best believe I would have went and knocked on that door and we would have had to have a conversation because it's a reason why you hiding that. It's a reason. It's a reason why you lied. And I need to know why. I can understand, Jasmine, that there's no trust. I think Pastor Cal is really going to push this. I think so too. Child, when he cut off Pastor Cal, I was like, now here you go cutting off somebody. I thought you said cutting people off was disrespectful. Mm-mm. And we saw a little bit of that. We saw a little bit of that. I'm not gonna say aggressiveness, but I saw a little bit of some when he was trying to cut off Pastor Cal. And he was trying no 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 no. I was like, Michael, why don't you? We need to see this side of you on camera. If we don't never see that on camera, I'ma know something because it just seems calculated. You're bold, Pinky. Why knock on the door? No, it's not about knocking on the woman's door because it's her fault. It's about me getting to the truth because he's a liar. It's about getting to the truth. House meeting. Thank you. Thank you. It's about getting to the truth. It's not about like confronting her and like, oh, you with my man. It's not about that. It's about finding out the truth. Because I know she'll tell the truth. You know what I'm saying? Most of the time, we sure did. You know what I'm saying? I need to know because he lying. I can't get the truth out of him. Right. He was definitely about to get riled up. You saw didn't you see it in him? I saw something in him. I saw it. I saw it getting started. But he saw that camera. He saw that camera and he delivered it in a more civilized way. But something tells me if that camera wasn't there, or Pastor Cal wasn't there, we would have got a better we would have saw what she was talking about. And I low key feel like the roommate came out on purpose. Okay, 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 okay. Cause you knew there was some cameras up there and he was filming. You knew now the roommate might not have known that he lied about that, but the roommate made their presence known on purpose. I'm sorry. And I'm glad she did. But didn't his friend in the meeting, the couple special, say he was a my way or the highway type of guy? You know what? I did not watch the meeting, the couple special, so I don't know. But if the friend said that, when she said now Michael, yeah, when she said now Michael, I would mm, everybody was like, that's like a teacher and student relationship. But I'm sorry, if he's sitting up here lying like a little kid, your lies ain't even adding up. That's how little kids lie. I wasn't trying to hide it. I wasn't trying to hide it. Now, Michael. Now, Michael. This you act like I ain't lie about nothing else. Now, Michael. We just got done talking about that roommate. My grandma was so over him. My grandma was so over him because she was rooting for them. My grandma was like really, really, really rooting for them. So for him to straight up lie the way he did, my grandma was upset. She was so mad. She was fed up. We need a Montre scene. We need a Montre scene. We might get one. Cause Jasmine, see, this is what I'm talking about. we can't stand it when the women don't stand up for themselves. When they sit there and they get walked all over, like a situation with Mindy and Zach when she was letting Zach walk all over her, or that whole situation with Kate and Luke. We wanted Kate to speak up for herself. When the women actually speak up for themselves, somehow it gets turned back on them. I don't understand that. And usually it's the black women, okay? Usually the black women get called mean, they get called they say they have an attitude, a bad attitude and all that because they spoke up for themselves. But I'm sitting up here clapping. I'm standing up giving a round of applause. I'm glad you standing up for yourself. I'm glad you calling that out because imagine if she would have just let that go. He gonna start lying like Michael did. The women are in a lose-lose situation. Exactly. I'm just like, I love it when women stand up for themselves. Don't let them get away with that. Misogyny. Mm-hmm. And the angry black one. I hate it. I was looking on Twitter. It was so many people calling Jasmine these stereotypical names of black women. And I get it. You can have your opinion of how you think Jasmine is. Fine. You can have your opinion, but let's be realistic. If someone you did not know that you were married to, right? Y'all just got married. I don't know you like that. And you hollering and screaming at me. And then the next thing you know, you're getting caught up in a lie. I am not finna sit up here and be lovey-dovey with you. I'm not. And yes, I am going to be combative and argumentative. I'm going to come off that way because I'm calling out your mess. I'm calling out your lies. I'm calling out your deception. You're acting one way off camera and acting another way on camera. Yes. And so, of course, I'm going to look like the bad guy. I wouldn't have been so calm like Jasmine. I would have been the angry brown skinned woman. Let me tell you something. I'm telling you right now, if I would have caught him in a lie with that roommate, as soon as that roommate would have walked through, it would have got set off. Cause I'm already mad. I'm already not feeling you like that. So for you to lie straight up to my face like that, it's finna get set off up in here. And y'all really would have disliked me. Y'all would have hated me. So many people tell me, "Oh, Pinky, you should do this show." Y'all would have hated me. Y'all would not like me on this show. I'm telling you. If y'all don't like Jasmina, if y'all didn't like Mika, y'all definitely ain't gonna like me. Unless they give me like my perfect match, like Woody and Amani were perfect matches. Unless I get my perfect match, y'all might still not like me. I might not like some of my ways. I don't know. But if somebody is slide to my face, I'm not putting up with it. Even other black people don't realize that society has primed us to see black women a certain way. That's true. That's true. That's true. I feel like even I had to get myself out of that mindset to a certain degree. You know what I'm saying? It's just the media, just everything society in general makes us feel like when black women get upset, when black people, black women in particular are passionate and we say what's on our minds, we speak up for ourselves, it's the angry black woman trope. Instantly we're put into that category. When white women, they can say what's on their mind, they can speak up and say certain things, you know what I'm saying? They don't get that label. They still get to be sweet and demure and all that. When Latina women speak up for themselves, ooh, spicy Latina, spicy Latina. That's cute. But black women, oh, she got an attitude. I don't like her attitude. Sometimes we have a right to have an attitude. But that's my rant for today. Whoever was looking for the rant, there you go. That's my rant for today. Get off of black women's backs. We can express our emotions without being put into a box. So let me go ahead and move on, child. Let's move on to these last ones, child. Oh, Lord. Hit the dough. Kick rocks. Bye. Bye. I would have slammed the door on Alyssa on the way. I would have hit the back of her feet on the way out. Alyssa was just trying to have a place to say, thank you. Why was she so desperate and thirsty to get into that apartment? When was that pic even taken? I don't know, child. It could have been shoe. If it was Chris, I would have been like, y'all gonna have to get this picture before I leave this apartment, because I'm done. My girls like, girl, they don't know you. Exactly. Now, someone did bring to my attention that Jasmine and Alyssa are friends, or they cool, or whatever. And I ain't gonna lie. Now, if anything, that makes me give Jasmine the side eye. Out of anything that has been shown, seeing that picture did make me give the side eye. Now, maybe she didn't know some of the stuff Alyssa said. Maybe she hadn't seen the episodes yet. You know, maybe she was believing the Alyssa hype. I don't know. But now that did make me look at her sideways. Like, really? That man is a hologram. This is my decision that, oh, he dropped that and it was so cold. I loved it. He didn't have no sort of sympathy for her whatsoever. I loved it. Then he called her out for wanting to be on TV. Alyssa just wanted the reality show experience. Because they both don't like their husbands. You think so? She's friends with the MAGA girl, child. I really hope that she just didn't know that. I could see that because Jasmine doesn't like Michael, but she won't do what Alyssa did. I just feel like Jasmine has a reason not to like Michael, though. It could have been and should have been worse. I was waiting for Chris to really go in. Let me tell you why Chris didn't do that. Alyssa was doing a good job of making herself look bad. If he were to give her anything, it would give some people that thing, what's the word I'm looking for? It'll give them that thing to say, oh, see, look, that's why she didn't like him. I'm glad he played it the way he did. It would have been nice for us and entertaining for us, but he played it the right way for himself. You know what I'm saying? Whether he's being real or not, he needed to be the class act to show just how ridiculous she actually is. I'm a good person. Chris left with class, exactly. Alyssa gave me Karen vibes all day. You know what gave me the real, when I really knew she was a Karen? When he was just standing there swinging his arms, just in a very carefree, oh, you know how people just swing their arms when they're just standing there. Look at him, he's just being so aggressive. I was like, right then and there, I hope he never goes anywhere with just them two without the cameras, because she'll say anything. For real, for real. For her to just be sitting there, he standing there minding his business, and she made that up. I was like, oh, don't ever go anywhere where it's just y'all two and no cameras or no producers or anything like that, because you just never know what she'll come up with. And I'm just gonna leave it at that. Yeah, he didn't need to give her any justification. That's the word I was looking for. Justification. Because I feel like if he were to get quote unquote aggressive or loud or anything like that, that would justify it for her and, anyone who defends her. Like, I don't see too many people defending her, but yeah. Seeing nobody, not a soul check Alyssa on the show infuriates me. Yeah. I think they, like, to a certain degree, they were just letting her dig her own grave, but it would have been nice to see somebody actually check her. She did need to be checked. Alyssa was pretending that she was standing there with Van Life Steve. You know what, girl? I really do think she thought Steve was supposed to be her husband. I really think she thought that Steve was supposed to be her husband. But you need to go talk to that psychic. They took your money. Top 5 worst contestants. She really is up there with Chris. Now, for you to be up there with Chris, you up there with Chris, you up there with Luke, you up there with Matt and Zach, both of the Zachs. Both of the Zachs. Katie. So Pastor Cal said, so you want a divorce just to make sure Chris got out of that marriage. I knew Alyssa was a clown talking about her psychic saw a dude with an eagle tattoo in the future. Like, girl, be serious. Thank you. It's too old to be dating a Boy Scout. I don't think Jasmine's approach is comparable to Alyssa's. We saw that Jazz had glimmers of hope. Michael is squashing them. I agree. Like, and Alyssa never gave this man a chance. She didn't even go to the hotel room with him. She didn't even go to the suite. So it's not comparable. She lies so much. Like, sis, we see you. Exactly. If Noy Steve don't work out, she gonna be in those DMs. You better believe it. Like, Steve gonna want her. Stop it. Now, let's be honest. I know some of y'all don't think so, but Steve is fine. In only 2 weeks, she got us to hate her. That's crazy. She's one of the most hated, and she was only on here for like the first few episodes. Chris did what Paige should have done. Yeah. Low key. Now, I'm still, I'm not trying to go in on Paige, but Paige was there for the antics. She was there for the antics because she could have did what Chris did, but she decided to go along with it, I believe, to remain on the show. Not saying Chris was right at all, but I think Paige was in on the antics slightly. I really do. I'm glad the relationship didn't carry on. Yes, initial attraction is not a concern at all to me. Attraction grows if there are other redeeming qualities. Yes, I feel like that should be your mindset if you go on this show. Steve is dorky looking. Steve is a nerd. Steve is a nerd. That's why Steve likes those LED lights. Steve is a nerd, but there is nothing wrong with a nerd. I like me a good nerd, okay? Go on in there and play your video games and play a Worldcraft or whatever y'all be playing on them games with your headphones on. Cause you right in the next room. I don't have to worry. You ain't running the streets. I don't mind me a good nerd. But the LED lights thing, yeah, we ain't putting them all over the house. But yeah, I don't mind a good looking nerd. Go ahead now. Just get you a job. That's my thing with Steve. Steve look like Abraham Lincoln. Let me see, most people say he's attractive. Some people don't think he is. That's fine. Wait a minute. How we gonna put Alyssa up with the men who slept with those women in back? Chris gonna date a black woman. Unemployment, Trump's finest day of any day of the week. Steve's allergic to employment, which makes him. I agree with that. That makes him unattractive. But physically, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Maybe it might just be me. And I wouldn't even be attracted to a Steve, but he do look like Abe. Y'all better get up off his neck. Dang, not y'all saying he really do look like Abraham Lincoln. They favor. Let me go back to his picture. Y'all know, Abraham Lincoln had a little black in him. But Steve don't. Let me stop. I'm sorry, Steve is attractive. Like, these nerds be cheating on Twitch and Xbox. Really? Don't think they ain't sneaky because they stay in the basement. Child, tell me something. Steve is cute now that I've seen how sweet he is. I do like his personality. Like that's the personality type I'm attracted to as well. So maybe that's why I like Steve. Just chill, laid back, go with the flow, nerdy. That's the type I go for normally. Well, Gergrin done told you that man is black. He is not. He is not. He is not. We just seen his parents. Tall and lanky. Ain't nothing wrong with tall and lanky. Steve ain't it. Steve is cute. I think he's attractive, but I can't unsee Lincoln. I think he's handsome, just Abish, just like Michael is Franklinish. Still cute. Yeah, I think Michael is cute too. Like, I think a lot of people in the beginning thought he wasn't cute enough for Jasmine. I think he was cute enough or whatever, but I just it's this line that's turning me off. Like, I was willing to give him a chance till he started lying. Y'all done ruined it for me. Oh, Vampire Slayer 8. He's very sweet and logical. Other than that, the job situation. It's the job. It's the job. It's the job. He has big ears. Well, he's a big man. He has a big head. He gotta have something to balance that out. If he had little ears, he would look weird. Steve is logical. I think Noy is getting to. Yeah, I think she's gonna hurt his feelings too. I think out of this relationship, I think she's gonna be the one to throw a wrench in everything because she can't get her way. Everything has to go her way. Mike has a weird head shape. I think if Mike shaved his beard, I think he would look 12. That's my only thing with him. He looks like really young in the face. I like the idea of no work. I don't want to work either. Okay, well, you need to be single or find somebody that is on that same tip. Because if we gonna be homeless, I'm not with it. I'm not trying to live in a van. Noy is annoying and delusional. Yes. And I thought I was gonna like Noy. If Mike had more grown man confidence, Jasmine wouldn't be trying to run him over. See, he's trying to exert dominance. He's trying to exert dominance in the wrong way. He's going about it all the wrong way. It's not about being aggressive and yelling and, my way's the highway. It's not about that. You put your foot down in a way that's respectful. You can still be respectful and put your foot down and be respectful at the same time. It's the lumpy head. Oh my goodness. His mama should have shaved his head. I cannot. I can't with y'all. I cannot. And then they had the nerve to give them that little bed. He I thought you said he was gonna squish Sushi. But for real talk, he gonna roll over and that dog gonna be done. You shouldn't want him to sleep in the bed. Ready to Love Demetrius has the same beard. Which one is Demetrius? I can't remember their names right now. I haven't been keeping up with their show like that. Exactly, Pinky, with the nail on the head about Michael. Oh, you talking about how the way he's trying to exert dominance? Noy ain't fooling no one with that baby voice. Yeah, what is up with that baby voice? No, he's gonna sleep in the bed. Oh no, I want 3 kids, and that's that. Like, girl, I don't care what voice you saying it in. We still have to have a conversation about it. What is that about? Let me tell y'all something that irks me. I'm not a man, so I don't have to deal with it. So that's why I try not to like go in on it too much. But when women do that baby voice, that is so annoying to me. Like, you a grown woman. Why are you talking like that? That is just weird. It's weird. I'm sorry. It's weird. And you know, okay, do y'all watch Real Housewives of Salt Lake City? If you do, Whitney, the way I'm gonna talk like a baby, but why are you trying to treat me like a little girl? It's because you talk like a baby. You talk and see when they talk like that, they tend to be childish too. Because it goes hand in hand. You talking like a baby and you acting childish. It goes hand in hand. And I think that's what's the most annoying about it is you're a grown woman and you want to be treated like a grown woman, but you're acting like a child. It's so weird. It's so I feel like it's a step like you're getting in dangerous territory of those women that put on diapers and put the binky in their mouth and act like babies for these weirdo men. Like we're getting in dangerous territory with all that. Thank you. Somebody, thank you. You watch Housewives of Salt Lake City. Whitney, she's like she plays into that trope of blonde hair, blue eyes, um, dumb blonde. Like she plays into that, but it's not just white women that do that because Portia Williams does that too from Housewives of Atlanta. She get on my nerves with that too. Brianna did that. She sure did do it, but she didn't do it as I don't know. I guess when Brianna did it, it didn't bother me as much because her personality isn't as childish, Maybe it didn't bother me as much with her because I don't remember being annoyed by her. But I'm just talking about the women that it's like they have this, voluptuous shape. It's always the voluptuous shape. It's like their whole personality is catered to what a man would like. The voluptuous shape, they're the baddie Instagram model look. They're gonna have the weave, they're gonna have the, or in her in Whitney's case, well, I guess she don't wear extensions all the time, but you know what I mean. They just have that look. Let manosphere tell it baby voice is akin to being feminine. Get out of here. That's childish. Um, the big boobs or whatever, and then talk like a baby. Talk like a baby. Acts dumb. Acts like the dumb role. Oh, I don't know. Oh, I just dropped a pencil. Oh, I didn't realize you were looking at my booty. But now that you're looking at my booty, touch it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's so, that is so annoying. Portia kills me when she talks in that. I know. Portia plays dumb so she won't be held accountable. Child, she got exposed, didn't she? She exposed herself. That's crazy. But I knew it was an act. I knew it was an act. That's why it got on my nerves. Did see Betty Boop, Marilyn Monroe. Yes. Oh my goodness. I never realized how many women use the baby voice. The only one who has the right is singer Michelle. Exactly. That's her actual voice. Child, I can't stand it. And like I said, I'm not a man, so I don't have to deal with it. It's not really my issue. So I try not to go in too much or talk about it too much. But whenever I see it, it's just like, girl, you put some bass in your voice. Where's your real voice at? Because I know that's not your real voice. I know it ain't. Shoot. Johnny didn't like when Bow did it. True. He sure didn't. I mean, it's just annoying, like, especially when it's a, like, 24/7 thing. Cause see, now that I think about it, I don't mind it, if that's what y'all do in y'all spare time every now and then, I don't mind it if y'all are, like, booed up and whatever y'all do with the, like, romance or whatever, fine. But if it's like a 24/7 thing, you're constantly, oh, I'm just so hot, I'm so sexy, oh, my boobs are out, but I'm gonna pretend to be a virgin. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's that. Use your real voice. Melody from Love and Marriage Huntsville. I think that's Melody's real voice. I don't think Melody is putting on. I think that's her real voice. If it's your real voice, that's different. Because even when we hear Melody go off, it's still it's still like that. So I think that's Melody can't help it. Thank you. Do you talk like that at work? Good grief. I'm just so hot. I'm just, ooh, I don't know how to. I don't know. I don't know how to do it. Can you open this for me? That's her real voice, but she do be complaining, and it's a high pitch. Yeah, Melody can't help it. Melody can't help it. That's just her voice. Her voice is like nails on a chalkboard sometimes. It is. I can't. Like Amani has a babyish voice, but I think that's her real voice. Yeah, the way Amani speaks doesn't bother me because I think that's her real voice. If it's your real voice, fine. That's your real. You can't help that. But you can tell who is putting it on, laying it on thick. You could tell who's laying it on thick and just, you know, trying to sound childish, trying to sound like a little girl. It's weird. Two of my colleagues use that voice all the time, especially because our work is with predominantly with me. Yeah, see it, and that's the thing. Like, I feel like other women know. We know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if men know or not. I don't know if they realize it or not. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. I don't know. Maybe they like it. But women, we know what you're doing and we know it's fake. And now that I think about it, I had a cousin that I don't know if she still does it because I don't be around her like that. But when we were little kids, she would be around us. I used to, in my mind, I would look at her like Angelica Pickles because that's the way she used to act. When she would be around us when we were little kids, she would like be so mean, like she would be aggressive and the ringleader and make us get in trouble for all kind of stuff. But then when she would get around the adults, she would completely switch up her voice and it would be lighter and can you understand? Acting so sweet, just acting like she just is the sweetest thing, and her voice would get lighter. And I think that's where my hate for that sort of deception started. That's when I started hating that. It's literally almost like the adult version of that. Yeah, we talked about Amani being pregnant in the beginning. So proud of them. So happy for them. Tamar has a baby voice. Did she do that? Let me see. She does do that with Vincent. Well, she ain't with him no more, but she would. Tamar is childish in general. She's just childish, period. So I can see where you're coming from with that. She would have she would talk like that, yeah. Oh, that's why I don't like that voice. Angelica from that's I mean, really, you are annoyed with that cousin. We all have those cousins. Those cousins that would just act like angels in front of everyone else. Yes. And then be the devil behind the scenes. Sometimes it's because of authority, daddy issues, lack of confidence. I do believe it comes from a place of insecurity and feeling like you can't get what you want by being yourself. So I could see it coming from that sort of place, and daddy issues and things like that. Yeah, I could totally see that. Because the two women, it's crazy you mentioned that, because the two examples I used from the housewives both have daddy issues and seem to have some sort of insecurities. Some cultures have a whole thing about using a baby voice and acting cute. Really? You and these voices have me hollering. Tamar has grown up a lot, but she had a long way to go because she literally acted like, child, let me tell you something. Tamar used to wreak havoc on that family. I don't know if she's still doing it, but the way she used to act with her sisters, me and Tamar. The problem is though, they didn't set boundaries when she was young. So this is what you get when you don't discipline a spoiled child. You get a Tamar. That's what you get. But I don't even know how we got on this tangent, y'all. I don't even know how we got on this tangent. I've seen it in Japanese and Korean cultures. Okay. I could see that. I could see that. And now that I remember, we started on this because we were talking about Noy using the baby voice. And so here we come full circle. So yeah, like I don't know. Tamar's sisters always got on my nerve. They always threw that spoiled word around. Tamar is spoiled, yet she's a grown woman. I mean, she's a spoiled grown woman. What can I say? I think more Asian cultures are in their baby voices, but it's still gross if there's a grown man that's into it. It's just weird. It's weird. It's weird. Anyway, you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and jump off this live. Shout out to the 127 people in here. Make sure y'all like the video. Thank you guys for coming. I know this is earlier than what I normally do it, and also I don't normally go live on Tuesdays. But shout out to the people that came. This was a great conversation. Um, yeah, any predictions, child? I don't think any of these people will stay married. I really don't. I'm sorry. I think all of them are gonna get divorced. I agree, Lee. Whether they say yes on decision day or not, I don't think they're going to be together long term. So that's sad, but yeah. None of them seem to be able to get to compromise, or actually majority just don't seem like they're ready to be married in one way or another. They're not ready, and they just were not good candidates to choose. Yeah, I don't have any hope. My only hope was for Jasmina and Michael, and that was quickly shattered after the wedding. So I think Owen Katina might say yes. You know what? I could go with that. I could agree with that. I think they might stick around with each other because Katina really wants him for whatever reason. She really wants this man. So I think she's gonna try to make it work with him. But long term, no. No, I don't think they'll be together long term. Sadly. But unless Olajuwon does some work to change, but I don't see it happening. She needs to run away, definitely. He talks a good game. He talks a good game, but I just mm-mm. And I found something deceitful about the fact that he said that it was his decision to not consummate their marriage when Katina said on After Party that it was a mutual decision, but he just tried to take all the credit for it. There's something deceptive about that to me. I didn't like that. Katina needs to Elijah run. Mark and Lindsay, you think so? I don't know. I don't know. Elijah one seems like he's still rooted in that Garden Tool life. I totally agree. I think he hasn't done the real work to change. You can't just wake up one day and say you want to be different. You have to actually put that work in. What do you think about Nashville as the next city? Oh, Nashville is the next city. Child, I mean, it's gonna be the same story, different cast. If they're still gonna be choosing people the way that they are. Isaac for the streets. Thank you, Kayla. Make sure you leave a like. They're already taping. Child, I can't. San Diego is next. After okay, so San Diego is next and then Nashville. They need to do Columbus so my brother can get married off. Dang, how you gonna put your brother out there like that? At this point, Married at First Sight has a formula, and I don't like the equation. Child, you said something there. Isaac is still alive and well. Seasons are getting worse. You would think they would get better at matching people, but clearly they're matching people for ratings and not to actually have a successful marriage. They stopped doing that a few seasons ago. I personally feel like that season with Chris and Paige, I feel like that was a major turning point. Like I feel like they were doing that before, like with one or two couples, and now I feel like all the couples they're like they're just not choosing people that are compatible or just choosing people that are not ready to be married, period. But they're choosing people with huge personalities and like people that are combative. People just want a quick bag and clout. That's another thing. Some people just want to be on TV. But anyway, y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and jump off of here. Shout out to everybody here. all the couples were trouble. Let me get off of here, y'all. I'll be on here all night. I will see you in my next one. Deuces.